What's up? It's your girl Alicia, and I want to take this time to say thank you for tuning into this video. It is, I know you're probably like, what in the world? Yes, I have on my pajamas, y'all. I am still in sleep mode. Still in sleep mode, and I have my blanket because it's cold up in this house. It's freezing. And so anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about some things. Today's topic is going to be minor adjustments for better results. I got my notes, y'all. I took some notes because I had to look at some things on some of the changes that I had to create, some of the changes that I had to make, some of the things that I had to do to make some adjustments or to get the results that I desired to get in life. First and foremost, the first thing that I did was I keep God first. I still do that. I keep God first in everything that I do. Without God, I understand that I am absolutely nothing. I'm not trying to push religion on nobody. I'm not trying to push spirituality on nobody. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just telling you what I did. What may work for me may not work for you. So you take this with a grain of salt. My question to you is, have you ever felt like, you know what, this life is just not for me? Maybe this is not the way God intended for my life to be. Or maybe this is not the life that I desire for me to have. There has to be so much better, so many more things that life have to offer me other than what is being dished at me. I know you probably feel like that sometimes or have felt that way somewhere in your life. If you haven't felt that way, eventually there may be a time, there may be a day where you may feel like this just ain't it. It's more to life than what I'm being dished out. And I know from experience that I have felt that way. And I knew that I had to make some changes in my life. I had to make some minor adjustments in order for me to see some major results. And I'm saying this to somebody. Maybe you are a smoker or a drinker, and I'm just using this as an example. And you know that you want to stop smoking. You know that you want to stop drinking. In your mind, you have to come to grips with, this is no longer who I am. I no longer want to do these things. This is just not it for me. And when you start to put these things in your mind, what happens is your mind starts to reflect on those things, right? And if you say it long enough, you believe it, you start to believe it. And once you start to believe those things, that this is no longer who I am, this is no longer what I want to do, you have to take action steps. You know, if you know, for instance, I use smoking or drinking, if you know that it's something that you no longer want to do, you want to stop smoking. All right, how do I stop smoking? Sometimes you got to do some research. Sometimes you got to dig into asking other people, you know, did you ever smoke? How did you overcome it? What did you do? Or maybe you may need to go and seek professional help. I don't know. That's a choice and a decision that you have to make. One thing we need to understand is that life is all about choices and decisions. Our lives, the lives that we create, is based on our choices and our decisions that we make. If we know that we want to be better people, we know that we no longer want to live the life that we were taught when we were younger. We know that we no longer want to live that life of bondage and captivity based on our past experiences. Then we have to understand that there are some changes that need to be made. And the first change that needs to be made is your thinking process. Many times we think that we can create something or we can change something without even thinking things through. We just think that we could just delve into it, and then when things don't work out the way that we desire or the way that we want them to, we start to point the finger and blame everything or everybody else, but ourselves. And so in order for you to create any type of change, you have to, number one, change your routine. Change your routine. The thing that you are doing every single day. If you know, for instance, that maybe it's something in your relationship or your marriage, or maybe it's the fact that you want to stop lying. Okay, you got to be able to recognize those things. You got to be able to catch it in its core. At the core. you got to be able to stop doing those things, right? Is it easy? No. Practice make perfect, as many people say. I believe that the more and more you do something, that you will become better at doing that thing. So let's just say your marriage ain't right, and you know that you want to have a better marriage, right? And you know that things are not right. You're always arguing with your mate or your spouse, and you feel like, man, I don't want to do these things. It's draining. Then there are some changes that you have to make within yourself. Maybe it's something that you desire, or maybe it's a job that you want to perform in. Maybe it's that job opportunity that you want. You have to make changes. Maybe it's getting a better education. Maybe it's establishing more knowledge or wisdom towards that job, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is, you know what it is that you want to make change in. And number 2, you got to get out of your comfort zone. That thing that makes you uncomfortable, sometimes you have to continue to walk in it until you become comfortable. Because understand this, anytime we are trying to make change is not always easy for most people. Change does not make things easier, especially in the beginning. I'm going to say this, it's not that it don't make it easier, but when you are making a change of any sort, it's not going to make you feel comfortable. Because for one, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're doing something that you're not accustomed to doing. You're doing something that you are not used to doing. And so now it makes you feel uncomfortable. It's making you feel shaky. But understand this, that if you know that you want to create change, it's going to take getting out of that comfort zone. Number 3, you can't focus on the negative things that are taking place in your life. You got to live in the present moment, which means you have to stop dwelling on your past experiences. Understand that your past experiences is what made you become the person that you are. And so living in the moment, not focusing on the negative, not focusing on the things that you don't have, not focusing on, I could be a better person. If you know that you can be a better person, then you become a better person. You start to create that change. You start to make those minor adjustments. You start to do different things to get better results. And number 4, don't compare yourself with other people. Don't compare yourself with the lives of other people. Instead, you got to learn to create the change that you want and begin to surround yourself around those positive influences, those people who can help you make change, those people who may push you to become a better you, those people who you see are trying to or are walking in the life that you desire to live. Do not for the life of you turn around and compare your life with other people, because you need to understand that when you compare your life with other people, that's where your unhappiness starts to come. That's where you start to feel sad, because now you're looking at the life that you have, and the life that you want may be in those people. But one thing you don't know is the steps that they had to take to get to the point to where they are. And so not changing yourself, but surrounding yourself around positive influences, positive people who can actually push you and motivate you to become a better you. And as we know, well, maybe you don't know, but 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33 says, do not be deceived by bad company, for bad company corrupts good manners. So understand this, comparing yourself with other people or living a life of other people, guess what? It's not going to benefit you. It's only going to make things worse. And so in order for you to create those minor adjustments to get the results that you want, you have to believe it in your heart. You got to live in the moment. You got to surround yourself around positive influences. I don't care if you got to pick up a book and read a book. If you got to look at something on TV that's going to motivate you, find a motivational speech on YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, somebody positive who can push you into to become a better person. And understand that going through the process ain't always going to be easy. There may be some setbacks, but at least you know what goals you are working towards to get to the place to where you are trying to be. So understand that making minor adjustments will help you to get to that place, those results that you ultimately want to see happen and come to fruition. So you be encouraged, my sister or my brother. Whatever it is that you are trying to do, understand that it is going to take some sacrifice. Sacrifice is going to take some changes. It's going to take some getting used to. It's going to take some things. But whatever it is that you are desiring, it's going to take hard work. If you know that you want that marriage to be better, it's going to take some hard work to get there. You know that you want that relationship, that friendship to be better. It's going to take some hard work to get there, some sacrificing. Okay? So you be encouraged. If you have been blessed by this video, please continue to tune in. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. And I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye for now.